Hi, this is Mike Wade and welcome to the weekly video featuring Tom's Tools. Before we get started, I want to give you the disclaimers. You've seen this many times before. Obviously, stock and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You got to be aware of those risks and realize that I'm not a trading advisor. I'm not an investment advisor. I'm not a broker. I'm not a dealer. I'm a trader just like you, and nothing should be construed as an investment advice. There's the other parts of the disclaimer you can read yourself. And also note that all prices are in US dollars unless noted otherwise. All right, so in this video we're going to talk about Tom's Trading Tools, the new high and low ranker. So I want to talk to you about what they are and why they work. Why do new highs and new lows actually work? I want to show you how to scan for them using the tools. I want to talk to you a bit about timing entries with technical analysis and then how you might wish to actually trade them. So let's hop into the tool right away. Actually, before I do that, let me just start with sort of setting a context. So Newton's first law is an object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by a force. All right, so the part I'm interested in is an object in motion stays in motion. Another way to say that, and this is a very common trading adage that you've heard before, the trend is your friend. All right, so when we start talking about new highs, maybe they might even be all-time highs. When I first started trading, the first thing I thought of was, well, I don't want to buy something at the highest price it's ever been. But actually, that can be and often is the ideal time to hop in to a bullish stock. Obviously, if a stock's setting an all-time high or an annual high, then that stock is on a bullish run. All right? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to find them, and then I want to talk to you about how you might time your entries using basic technical analysis just to give yourself a little bit of an extra edge. So let's hop into the tools right away. And this is the main website for Tom's Option Tools. And I'm going to go to Stocks, Stock Analysis, and then I'm going to click High-Low. All right, this is a very, very simple scan. And basically it does two things. It looks for stocks with the highest close for the number of weeks chosen, which is right over here. This is 52 weeks, obviously 1 year. Or we can look for the stocks with the latest or the lowest close for the number of weeks chosen. And I've got 52 here. You can make that number a few thousand if you want to look for all-time highs. But I'm going to stay with 52-week highs. Believe me, a stock that set a 52-week high is a stock that's on the run. So let's go ahead and do a search. I'm going to search on the S&P 500. So next to stock lists, I'm going to select the S&P 500. Why? Well, the S&P 500 are institutionally sponsored stocks. All right, that's like the institution playground, and it's important to me because let me tell you why. So institutions use computers to trade stocks, and they account for somewhere between 75–80% of the market volume in all the markets. All right, so and particularly the S&P 500. So what's important to note is because they're using computers and they're plugging in price points, target price points that will dictate buying and selling programmatically, if an institution's computer program is taking a stock to new heights, that's a confirming indicator that they love the stock, obviously. All right, so if they're doing that, then the likelihood of that stock continuing in that direction is amplified. We'll further increase our probabilities here in just a minute when I show you how to do some basic technical analysis. All right, so this scanner is one of the easiest scanners in Tom's Tools. It's extraordinarily powerful, popular, and fast. So I'm going to go ahead and click the search button on the S&P 500, and let's see what comes back, and I'll walk you through the results here in just a sec. All right, so what the scanner is going to come back with is a list of stocks ranked by how much they've exceeded their, all right, so you'll see here in the list that you have the stock name, of course, the stock symbol. You can access the chart. You can access any news. But it also shows the price, the high price and the low price over, in this case, 52 weeks, which is obviously a year, and then the close price. So you can see here on CME that the closing price is exactly at the high price. All right, so this stock, just as the time of taping this video, the stock had actually reached a 1-year high. And I did some checking, and I discovered that the first 7 of these, and many of the others below, but certainly the first 7 of these, are actually all-time highs, which further amplifies the probability of the stock continuing to the upside. All right, so this number here, 100%, indicates that it is an all-time high. All right, that number might be lower if the stock dipped a little bit below the high price, but really you want to be dealing with only the stocks that have 100 in this column. So let's take a look at a chart on CME. All right, so I'm just going to click charts, and that's going to pop up a chart on CME. And then I can start to look at do some technical analysis. All right, so what's interesting about this chart is a lot of things. One that I actually like is that the stock was in a consolidation pattern and then has broken above that pattern, broken above this high here, broken above this resistance level here, and a beautiful tight trend line to the upside. Let me show that to you graphically. I've actually did some editing on the chart so you can see. So what I was just saying is that this consolidation is a good thing. All right, the stock went up and then the sellers kicked in. The stock went up and the sellers kicked in again. So what this means is that in this consolidation period of this channel, if you will, the sellers got exhausted. All right, and then this beautiful tight channel just started and we're right at an all-time high. Additionally, the 200-day moving average, which you can see here, is on the upside. It's actually moving up. The 50-day is above the 200. It's actually just starting to clip up. Now remember, there's been some consolidation, so it's flattened it out, but you're going to start to see this 50-day moving average start to rise as well. So even from a technical basis, even if the stock hadn't set an all-time high, the technical pattern in and of itself is good. Couple that with the all-time high situation means that this is a really good stock indeed. All right, so that's quickly this tool. Let me pop back into the scanner real quick and just show you a couple other things. If you want to go ahead and look for new lows, before I do that, one point to make is that at this time, it's now September the 2nd, 2018. The S&P 500 had set all-time highs, and the market is decidedly bullish, and so it's a good idea to be playing new highs in a decidedly bullish market when the bullish market itself is setting new highs. Now, you can also, though, look for stocks with the latest lowest close for the weeks chosen, and you simply click that button there, hit your search button, and it's going to go ahead and return to you a list of stocks ranked by how bad well, not bad, how low they've gone, setting annual lows, and from there you can look at bearish trades. So you can see here that these top 5 have all set a 52-week low. And these others are pretty close as well. Ford is actually in a bit of a dive at this stage. All right, so that's the scanner. Real easy, very powerful. There's power in the simplicity of it. And I've also shared with you a way that you can actually use it to find great trading opportunities. Now, of course, if you're an options trader, which all of us are in Tom's trading room, you'd want to simply buy out of the money 90-day call options, maybe a few strikes out of the money. Delta of in the 30-40 range is usually ideal, and trade them just as you would a regular long call. All right, everybody, thank you for being with me, and I'll see you next week.